The Canadian Mint has issued its first collector's plate in its history. It features a portrait of Stephen Harper and commemorates Canada's shortest government ever. But first up,
a series of colossal missteps on the economy and public funding for political parties has landed Stephen Harper face-to-face with the historic possibility of being removed from office by a coalition of opposition parties. A coalition he strongly opposes.
The opposition has every right to defeat the government, but Stéphane Dion does not have the right to take power without an election.
Of course, in the Canadian political climate, there are various opinions on the legitimacy of a coalition government. In fact, in September 2004, one opposition MP wrote a letter to then Governor-General Adrian Clarkson, which said, "We respectfully point out that the opposition parties, who together constitute a majority in the House, have been in close consultation. We believe that should a request for dissolution arise, this should give you cause, as constitutional practice has determined, to consult the opposition leaders and consider all of your options before exercising your constitutional authority." Oh, I almost forgot the name of that pro-coalition MP. Stephen Harper.
The coalition of the opposition is coming closer to taking down the Conservative government, going so far as to confirm that Stéphane Dion would be our new Prime Minister. The current Prime Minister, Stephen Harper, however, has dropped a bombshell, a secretly taped and released conversation of NDP leader Jack Layton admitting he has planned a coalition against the Conservatives long before the current economic crisis. The Conservative Party has given 22 Minutes a copy of that tape.
We attack this government, attack democracy. Take immediate action. Prime Minister thrown out of work each and every day. We protect rent and pensions.
The Prime Minister's office reminds all Canadians, if you don't want the Conservative Party to secretly tape and release your phone conversations, please submit your name to the national Don't Secretly Tape and Release My Phone Conversations directory.
The constitutional crisis seems to be taking a toll on the Prime Minister. Yesterday in the House of Commons, he was visibly confused as to how to address the Speaker of the House. The Prime Minister also admitted that he himself was not up for the job.
I can just tell you, Mr. Prime Minister, or Mr. President, I can just tell you, Mr. Speaker, I would certainly not want to find myself governing this economy today.
The National Post reported today that the proposed coalition government will be led by Stéphane Dion and would feature Bob Rae and Michael Ignatieff in senior cabinet posts. Dominic LeBlanc would be in charge of making snacks.
World leaders met in Peru last week to discuss the global recession. Amidst the doom and gloom, Peruvian President Alan Garcia attempted to lighten the mood with this surprise announcement.
Ponchos for everybody.
Stephen Harper, kind of like Darth Vader mixed with the dad from Footloose.
Betty James, the co-founder of the company that made the Slinky, died last week at 90. The cause of death was coil jam.
At a combined age of 179, 89-year-old John Dawkins and 90-year-old Penny Cooper became Britain's oldest newlyweds when they tied the knot last Thursday. Recalling how the couple met 2 weeks ago, the beaming groom told reporters, "I've loved her for as long as I can